Hello, I'm Katie, and welcome back to That Hygge Life. Today I'm going to show you guys how I set up my December 2020 bullet journal. I am going to show you guys every page as I do it and show you all the things that are on there. It's kind of crazy that 2020 is already coming to an end. I feel like there has been so much that has happened this year, but because of COVID and lockdown, there hasn't really been a lot that has gone on this year. It's been one of those years that has flown by, but also feels like it has crawled by. I am taking all of the journals out of my traveler notebook setup, as you can see here, and getting everything ready to go. I have a brain dump page open for all of my ideas and wants that I want to do in my setup for today. My plan is to do kind of a simple, Grinchy vibe. A lot of my pages, I need a lot of space to write, and so it will just be the colors that I choose. Right here, I'm just writing down all of my intentions just so I have it on an easy page so I can write them all out a little bit easier and make sure they look nice and neat actually when I write them on the page. I pulled out all of my journals from my traveler's notebook cover because I needed to replace one and I wanted to put them in a different order. So I took them all out and am going to get my setup going. Right here, I am swatching all of my colors. I kind of just chose a bunch of them, and then I was gonna decide which ones I actually wanted to use. As you can see, I got some grays out and that silver sparkly pen, but I didn't end up using them very much. And then I'm just testing all of the different reds and greens, and they're all pretty similar, so I just decided on whichever ones I wanted to use. I went with a light green and kind of this like pale sage color. I felt like they were the most grinchiest greens that I had. Getting started on my first page here is my December gratitudes. This is one of those pages where I will fill in a lot of the page throughout the month, so it's mostly just going to have the colors on it. I am putting the days of the week and the dates along the left side of the page. This is the only page that I took the time to switch between all the different colors for the days and the dates. I kind of wish I would have done this for some other pages as well, but it took a while and I kept getting stuck on what day comes next and what number comes next because I was going backwards counting. So it was a little bit too complicated and took a little bit longer than it needed to. I'm taking this thicker red pen and putting a distinctive line, and then I'm kind of just doing some random color swatches with this light green, and I'll also go back in with that darker green. And then putting the header on. There's the iconic picture of the Grinch holding a red ornament. And so I tried this a couple times on a couple different pages of just doing the red ornament. And I feel like each time I did it, it just ends up looking like a cherry. So maybe there is something else that I could have done there, but I did it twice trying to do a different style and they just ended up looking like cherries. But my intention was the Grinch holding the ornament. Hopefully you guys can see that there. The next page I'm setting up is my December self-care ideas. I have some self-care ideas that I try to do each month, and then there are seasonal self-care ideas that I will fill in as I do them throughout the month, and they are written down in another piece of my bullet journal. Since I do the traveler's notebook style, I have different information in different journals, but I can put them all in one cover and have them all in the same place, but still separated, if that makes sense. Some of the ideas that I try to do each month is have one day with no screens, have one day with my curtains open, and give myself one spa day. Another theme that I kept going throughout the month was the Grinch at the end when his heart grows 3 sizes. So I have 3 hearts here. And then I colored them in these Grinchy colors that I have, since most of the page was kind of in red. Moving on to my trackers page. This page, I track my Apple Watch rings. I like having all the information just kind of in one place, and it helps me to stay motivated throughout the month, being able to look back to the day or even the week that I had previously and what I had going on. So I track my move, exercise, and stand rings, and then I also track my steps and the distance that I walk every day, and my watch tracks all of that, which is super nice. It's all in one place. I just like being able to see the whole month at a glance. And then I also, in that piece on the end there, track my moods. I've been pretty bad about keeping up with tracking my moods, but as you can see on my November tracker on the other side, in that pink, purple, and brown over there, I actually have been doing pretty good with my moods, with tracking them all. So trying to get better at that. I feel like it's always good to reflect on how you are feeling during a day and try to see what was going on, maybe why you weren't in a good mood if you didn't have a great day, and just kind of reflect on what is going on. The next page is another pretty simple one. It's my sleep tracker. Just like my gratitude tracker, most of this page is going to be filled out throughout the month, so it's mostly just a green and red page. As you can see here, I kind of paused. I realized that some of the dates got messed up, and I wasn't sure what had happened. It actually took me a while to find the mistake, and once I did, it was already, I had written them all. So I just kind of went over the dates again in a little bit harsher of a line. If this bothers anyone, you can always just either cut this page out of your bullet journal if you have like an X-Acto knife or something like that, or you can use this opportunity to paste a nice paper in, maybe like a craft paper or something, and then just rewrite the dates on top the correct way. For me, my bullet journal is very lived in style. I like it to have a little bit of character, and I feel like this will give me a little chuckle each time I use it. So I just went ahead and left it in there. My next page is my intentions. A lot of people call this a habit tracker. I just like the word intentions a little bit better. One thing about my life and how I view the world is I really try to live with intention. And so the intentions on this list are very special to me, and I try to do them every single day. Obviously, I don't, as you can see, looking back at my November trackers page, intentions page, sorry. There are a lot of blank spaces, but there are also a lot filled in. I think starting next year, since I am setting up my December bullet journal right now, starting next year, I might narrow down these intentions, seeing as I do a lot of the same ones every day, just out of putting them into my routines. So there's not a very large need to keep track of them. The other ones that I don't do, like working out, I would probably want to still keep on here as just a reminder, gentle reminder to try to keep doing better. And now we are getting into the December cover art and the quote page for December. Here is my second attempt at the comic Grinch hand holding the red ornament. I just kind of looked up a Grinch hand holding the ornament. It's, again, very iconic photo. And then I just very loosely sketched it with my Crayola Super Tips here. Kind of trying to do my best to make it look furry, kind of how the Grinch is. And then I went back with that darker green, kind of just outlining it because the fingers kind of smudged together on that one side. Tried putting the little not stem. It looks like a cherry. It looks like a stem. I put the ornament hook on there, but it did not help. It still looks like a cherry. Maybe next year I'll try again. And then my quote for December, I put, "Let your heart grow 3 sizes." The next page is a December month at a glance, and then a cleaning log. Very simplistic, just a regular month at a glance page with a box for each day. And then I put a cleaning log on the right hand side of all of the cleaning things I would like to do during the month. So on my pages, I do a 5x5 box for each day. So I'm just counting those out here and then lining them all up. I was trying to look at a calendar to make sure that I had all the right days and boxes, but as you'll see as I get closer to the end, I just end up making it all boxes and then putting presents on the days that we aren't going to use at the beginning and the end. I loosely wrote December across the top and then went over with my colored pencil. I felt like it had a very Grinchy vibe of just kind of messy and just kind of written on there. I mean, the Grinch lives in the dump, so I wasn't too worried about making it very perfect. Here I am starting on my cleaning log on the side. It just helps me to keep track of all of the things that I want to clean during that month. I opened up one of my other journals, my yearly trackers journal that I have in my traveler's notebook setup. And this is my cleaning page. As you can see, I have a cleaning our home page right here, and it has every month detailed out with things that need to be cleaned every month and then things that just need to be cleaned seasonally. So I have those seasonal items with a dot underneath whatever month it needs to be. And then I'm just following that down and then seeing what cleaning item that was for December. Next is the first weekly for December. So I'm going to set that up. I have 4 boxes on the top of my weeklies and then a space for each page or for each day of the week that I can just journal about the day at the end of the day. So I'm setting that up now. The 4 pages on the top, I have a what week it is kind of box. So I will put the dates of the entire month and then I will highlight whatever the week is. The next box I have is this week. So whatever is going on this week, I will put those events there so I can just quickly look and see what's going on. The next box over is my goals for the week, and then the last box is what's happening next week, just to give myself a heads up of what's happening, just in case there's something happening maybe on Sunday. I can just look at it right there. I don't have to remember to flip to the next one. And that's it. Here is my final December 2020 flip through. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Always remember, the world needs you. Keep going, keep dreaming, and keep reaching your goals. Bye.